Victor and Amalia Knaus were granted citizenship today. They're the parents of Melania Trump. However, what's obviously a big day for her and her parents is also drawing attention to the president's controversial calls to end the immigration policy that brought them here. You see, according to a source with direct knowledge, Melania Trump did what so many children do. She sponsored her parents' green cards. This type of family visa is exactly the type that President Trump is trying to eliminate. He calls it chain migration.
Under the current broken system, a single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives.
We want to get rid of chain migration. Ending chain migration.
Ending chain migration.
You have chain migration. This was the Schumer deal. Schumer wanted this.
We have to get rid of chain migration, all of these things we've been talking about.
A guy comes in, and then you have to bring his aunt, his uncle, his father, his grandfather, his grandparents.
A total disaster which threatens our security and our economy.
His third niece by a different marriage.
And provides a gateway for terrorism.
They think it's good politically. I'll tell you what, I think it's horrible politically. What do I know? But I did become president in like a year and a half.
Well, the first in-law's attorney calls it family reunification, not chain migration, and a bedrock of immigration policy. The First Lady's office has declined to comment. More on all of this now from NJ Lee, who joins us now. So what else can you tell us about the process the First Lady's parents went through to become citizens today?
Well, Anderson, we're really learning for the first time today how Melania Trump's parents came to this country and became American citizens. Earlier today, a source with knowledge tells me that it was, in fact, the First Lady who sponsored her parents, Victor and Amalia Knaus, for their green cards. And to be clear, and as you made clear, this is not out of the ordinary. This is a way that many Americans bring their family members to this country. The First Lady's parents, as you know, are from Slovenia. We've seen them around Washington, D.C. Sometimes they travel with the president and the First Lady. But up until today, we didn't have clarity on how it was that they had gotten their green cards. Well, it turns out the First Lady took advantage of a family migration policy like so many others do in this country so that her parents could settle down here.
And this is obviously all in contrast from the president's own position. Has the White House anything to say about the disconnect?
Yeah, you know, I think it's incredibly noteworthy that Melania Trump did this for her parents, and this is a practice that her husband, the president, does not like. In fact, we've heard President Trump, you just played a great clip there, rail against his family migration policy many, many times. He refers to it as chain migration, and that particular type of family visa is actually a category that Trump wants to get rid of altogether because he says they are harmful to this country. Now, the First Lady's office is not commenting on any of this. However, we do have a statement from Victor and Amalia Knaus's immigration lawyer, Michael Wiles. He told me earlier today, he said, I can't comment on the president's politics when it comes to my clients, but I have stood up against the president's immigration policies personally. So you're seeing a real disconnect here between the president's policy views on this and the fact that his wife has taken advantage of that very policy for her parents. Anderson.
All right, MJ Lee.